Hello and good evening, my name is FrostCloud on my Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf channel, and after an endless stream of reaction videos lately, here I am finally doing another, well, at least another update video, and as you can see by the title, this is going to be unscripted, so prepare for a lot of, ing or probably too much like-ing. That's the reason why I script most of my videos from now on. But for now, I'm not. This is just going to be just a clear venting update where I just ramble on about what I'm looking forward to, which I'm going to say in a second, and a couple of things I've been wondering. And yeah, just a heads up, I'm going to be doing another what I call a self-Q&A. I've said what that was during my last update back in 2016 when I first did that. What a self Q&A basically is it's where I ask my audience about, you know, what they think about certain things on my channel. Like, do I have some problems? Do I have some flaws? Or what do you suggest I do? Like, it's a good chance for me to get some constructive criticism or just some reassuring comments saying, no, you're okay. But that's basically what it is. But that's not what I'm going to be doing first. First, I just want to say the MLP 2017 movie is finally upon us. And it's tomorrow! Literally, the only reason I've been looking forward to this year in the first place is tomorrow! Yeah, there was me graduating, and yeah, there was Cars 3, but those were really only the side bonuses, but the 2017 movie is tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting emotional, which I didn't think I was gonna get emotional when I was even thinking about doing this video in the first place, but I am. I mean, who can't? We've been waiting for this moment since I think 2014. I've only first heard that the MLP movie was first in progress in 2015. That was the first time I heard about its progress. So I guess there were some other people who first heard it back in 2014. Look, my flaw is I'm not the best with research, so you know, forgive me for that. All right, but I just can't believe it. It's tomorrow, and yeah, obviously how it's going to go is, I've said it before, I'm not going to watch it first online. I want to experience it in theaters first. And I said, as soon as it becomes online, I don't know, through Latupita 720's site or whatever site I can find it on, I'll download it and do a non-blind reaction to it. And the video I'm going to be making about it tomorrow, the afterthoughts, that's not going to be my actual review, obviously, because the way I do it now, I view something at least more than one time before I make, you know, a solid scripted review. But of course, all I'm going to do for the MLP 2017 movies tomorrow is an afterthoughts video. But I absolutely cannot wait. It's finally here. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I've seen a couple things. I've been trying so hard to avoid spoilers, and so far I've been doing pretty good compared to me and Cars 3. I got pretty much every spoiler. I pretty much watched the whole movie in the trailer. It was still good, though. I really enjoyed it, but still, I didn't want to make the same mistake with MLP 2017, because this was way more important to me, clearly, as I just said, you know, and the reasons why I was looking forward to this year. But the only things I've seen are some audio clips and visual snippets of the trailer. Because I once saw it in theaters when I went to watch something. I'm not going to specify what I watched because I don't think it's really necessary. But I saw the trailer in the theater. I'm like, oh, come on! I wanted to avoid spoilers. And I actually ended up telling my mom when we left the theater that, okay, you know what? I don't want to see anything else in theaters until the 2017 movie comes out, because I didn't want any more spoilers. And besides, there was nothing else I really wanted to see anyway. I'm no Marvel fan. I am not a Marvel fan, so of course that leaves a huge gap for me. I'm not really a Lego movie fan, so there's another huge gap. But yeah, obviously the only movie I'm going to be seeing tomorrow is the MLP 2017 movie. I cannot wait. And, of course, this is an unscripted video, so I'm not worrying about repeating certain sentences every now and then. But yeah, absolutely cannot wait. One thing I wanted to say about it, when I reacted to the first trailer, the first actual visual trailer earlier this year, I was obviously reading through the voice actors image I was showing, of all the new characters and all the stars that were voicing them. Um, I got to hear Tempest's voice, I think it was her, during the trailer, and wow. She's a villain with a nice voice, I gotta say that. I think she's voiced by Emily Blunt, I remember. I'm sorry if I really should remember perfectly. I'm pretty sure I got it right, Emily Blunt. This Capper character, I think he's supposed to be some kind of a cat or something. He definitely looks like some kind of feline. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's going to come into play. The Storm King, he looks, I said it before, I think I've said it before, he looks very similar to T-Rex, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to be doing. And I remember he has a sidekick. I thought I remembered his name, but I'll obviously know every character's name after I see it, because I know it's going to be good. So of course I'm going to want to watch it over and over and over. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it all. I'm looking forward to seeing, how the main six are going to be handling the situation. I'm looking forward to the songs I hear. Of course, there's a lot of songs in it. I'm looking forward to just gazing at the new animation again. I know it's not Disney, I know it's a different studio that's doing it, but it still looks absolutely stunning. You can tell that they spent a long time working on this. So, yeah, and just, another thing, I was always wondering if they would ever do an actual MLP Friendship is Magic, the movie, within Equestria, like no Equestria Girls, just the movie, and, well, now it's finally happening. And I do know for a fact that there's going to be seahorses in this movie, which finally, I didn't watch any full episode of any of the previous generations of MLP, but I do know that the previous generations did have seahorses in some parts. So I was wondering, okay, why doesn't this current generation have any seahorses? Oh, well, there we go. We're gonna be getting seahorses. So yeah, I guess this is going to be partly an underwater adventure, and I guess this is where that pirate griffin kind of comes into place. I think her name was Captain Keel, and her name is just so hard to pronounce. I'll hear it in the movie sometime. I'll hear it. Yeah, enough going on about the movie, but I mean, I can't help it. I absolutely cannot wait for it. Okay, so some other things I've been wanting to say. I know, if the episode Fame and Misfortune has taught me anything, it's taught me that it's okay to be flawed, it's okay to make mistakes, and I shouldn't be so hell-bent on being perfect all the time, because there's just absolutely no such thing. Because the only thing we can do is just, learn from our mistakes year by year, week by week, or whatever. Like, all we can do is just learn while we're doing passionate things, and, we just have to let our skills grow. I mean, take my videos, for example. My very first video, when I was doing reaction videos, there was no overlay. You couldn't see the video. There was not even a webcam, at least. The sound was awful. You couldn't hear what I was saying, let alone the video, without the volume being up to 100%. I remember actually putting in all caps in the description saying, turn your volume to 100%. Yeah, weren't the good old days good? Not. But yeah, I had to learn. Like, eventually I evoluted into Screencast-O-Matic, and then I ended up doing the trick where I would put my tablet kind of in an angle in the camera lens, and for a while that worked, and some people thought it was pretty unique. It was a good way to avoid copyright and everything. And then I learned how to do overlay, and then later on I was inspired to trim the videos, because in my opinion, I believe that a good reaction video is a video that's snipped to the parts where you can see the person reacting. There's no point in watching the full video, through with the person, because what's the point? There's gonna be parts that's just completely silent, and we can't help that. We can't be talking through the whole thing, otherwise we're gonna miss things. And I know that's a little debatable, because I know some people like watching reaction videos where the video's played in its entirety, because it feels like you're watching your favorite type of video with a buddy. I guess you can call that multiplayer for viewing videos, That's what I like to call it, but it's just not my style anymore. That's why I trim reactions now. What the hell? I heard a car honking outside. Maybe somebody was hit or something. I don't know. Maybe that was a car alarm. Um, where was I? Yeah, the channel. So yeah, I was talking about trimming videos. Now lately I've been wondering something. Now you know that you guys know this. I don't beg for views or subs or anything anymore. I'm grateful for what I get, but this is just out of curiosity. I've been wondering why my reviews. I've been wondering why my views have been going down recently. I've come up with a few. I've come up with a few theories. Is it because I'm very late to the reacting party when it comes to MLP? When it comes to MLP season 7 episodes? Yeah, I'm not afraid to be behind anymore because, again, we all make mistakes, and I really should not have taken that long break after I graduated. Yeah, I kind of needed a rest after I finally got out of that prison, but looking back on it and knowing that I'm this far behind, what am I, like 7 episodes behind now? But yeah, that could be one thing. Maybe I'm late to the reacting party. And again, that's not something I obsess over anymore because I used to be hellbent on being first. That's why my older videos, where I recorded it with my iPod and my tablet was on the edge of the screen. The videos only ranged about 24, 25 minutes long because my reviews were only about 3 minutes long because half of the time during the review I didn't know what to say. And it wasn't even edited either. It was just the raw file from my iPod. Just straight from the iPod onto the computer. I really like this update video so far. It's giving me a chance to just laugh at my old mistakes. It's giving me a chance to just laugh at my own flaws. And again, if fame and fortune has taught me anything, it's not only okay to have mistakes, but like Pinky sort of said at the end, sometimes you just gotta laugh at yourself, and I don't know if that's actually kind of going what she said, but you remember that part near the end where Pinky throws a pie to her face and she says, "Go ahead, laugh." And to be honest, I actually wasn't laughing at... Well, maybe I was chuckling a little bit because it's Pinky, but honestly, I wasn't laughing at all. Because I know that was just supposed to be an example. That wasn't actually funny. The throwing a pie to your face joke is outdone. But, yeah, I mean, if the episode has taught me anything, it's also okay to laugh at your mistakes, looking back on them. But anyway, yeah, back to the theories on, why I've been kind of declining. So yeah, is it either because I'm late to the hype parties, late to the hype trains? Is it that people don't like the fact that I trim videos now? Well, hey, this is just my opinion. This is just the way I want to do it from now on. This is the way I want to do it. I want to trim my reactions so that not only it feels more like a professional reaction video. And no, and again, I'm not hell-bent on being professional or perfect. That's not a flaw. That's just the way I want to be. That's just the way I want my videos to be, flawless or not. But is it that people don't really like trimmed videos? Well, I guess I would say if you don't like it, then, I'm not forcing you to stay around. But that's just one of my theories. Like, is that the reason why I've been getting kind of a little bit of dislikes or, not a lot of views? I'm just wondering. And I understand some of my latest episode reactions haven't gotten a lot of views. I can understand, like, the episodes that nobody really cares about that are kind of forgettable to other people. Yeah, that's not going to get a lot of views. And yeah, that I understand. Like, there's certain episodes that I'm going to find very memorable, but otherwise, a lot of people in the fandom kind of forget. And, that's the way the fandom is. Not everybody is going to be amused by the same thing. But there are some people who are actually going to see a lot of things and stuff that other people simply can't. But, and I think the last theory, I don't know if it's the last theory, but I think the last theory I have is, are the SML fanboys still at it? Like, can they still not get over the fact that I'm officially retired from reacting to SML movies, and as a result, they're just spamming my newer videos with dislikes? That's the only thing I can assume, because if every other theory I've made is false, then that's the only last theory I can come up with. And this whole thing really makes me wish that YouTube had a feature where you can see exactly who disliked the video. No, actually, wouldn't it be great if anybody disliked the video, a window would pop up saying, "Oh, you dislike this video? Okay, what's wrong with it?" And they force you to specify what you think is wrong with it, and then, that notification is sent to the creator. And if it's invalid, then it results in a suspension, and if it is valid, then the creator can take it as constructive criticism. It's just a feature I wish YouTube had. Yeah, speaking of YouTube, it's upgraded its layout pretty lately. I think it was a couple weeks ago. I don't mind it. I think the dark feature is a little unnecessary, but it is what it is. There's certain features that are removed or either just hard to access, which always pisses me off, but it's just another lesson of, hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But what was I gonna go on about? Yeah, and this kind of decrease in views lately, again, I'm not begging for fame or anything, but you gotta understand it's caused a little bit of demotivation to go through me. Like, I still love doing videos. I'm not gonna quit from doing Chaos Reacts. I'm not gonna quit from, being a Brony reactor. Like, of course, I'll always be a Brony biologically, but I'm not gonna stop being a Brony reactor as well. Like, the Chaos React series is still something I'm very passionate about. But you gotta understand that this decline has really caused me to become slightly demotivated, and what's kind of making me feel a little lonely when it comes to this is a lot of my old commenters have left. I mean, it's their choice. If they don't find anything in my videos, that's to their liking, or if they just don't feel like it, or if they just have life situations, that's completely understandable. Again, I'm only the content creator. I'm not forcing you fans to do anything. You can do whatever you want. But I mean, it feels kind of lonely. I mean, I do have a couple of old commenters still with me, like my good friend Kenwood Brony, if a couple of you people have noticed, and I've unintentionally given him a shout out. So yeah, you're welcome, Kenwood Brony, and a couple of other commenters that have been my friends for quite a while. I wouldn't really say friends. I mean, we don't really call them Skype, but we have gotten to know each other to an extent. But yeah, that's just something that's been going on. And out of all years, I mean, why did this demotivation have to happen to me this year? A year I was looking forward to so much. And yeah, I love 2016 because I got to go to BronyCon, and I'm actually gonna be heading to BronyCon again in 2018. So there's gonna be another thing to look forward to. The only things I know about 2018 is there's gonna be season 8 in MLP. There's gonna be me going to BronyCon, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know what new Equestria Girls related stuff is coming out that year. I know there's not going to be another MLP movie because it would take them a long time to make a sequel. And besides, there are those situations where sometimes a sequel can actually kind of make things worse. It can fix a movie that really didn't need to be fixed. But as far as BronyCon and season 8, I don't know. 2018 is just a mystery. Hopefully a good mystery. I hope to do a lot of other videos other than reaction videos. The way my channel looks now, what I hope is, I know I'm obviously not going to get the rest of, catch up with Season 7 before the movie, but I'm hoping to get Season 7 done at least before this year is over. Like, at least before Christmas. Because if it goes into next year, it's really gonna feel like crap, trust me. It really does feel like crap knowing that I am this far behind in terms of MLP Season 7, but, ever since Fame and Misfortune, I've been less ashamed of myself, and, that's why I love that episode. That's why it is one of my most favorite episodes in the entire series, because it's not only just a good episode, and it's not only by M.A. Larson, but it literally changed me. It changed me as a person. It made me not afraid to have mistakes, my quirks, my flaws. And it really put me at ease. It really put my mind at peace. It really gave me the message that, hey, Frostcloud, wake up. Stop being so hell-bent on being so perfect. It's okay to have idols, but you don't have to obsess so much about being like them. Just be you. And if you want to improve certain things in the name of your creativity, hell, that's fine. Where even was I? Oh, yeah. Whenever I'm doing this kind of unscripted update, I feel like I'm in a Skype call where nothing is scripted. I'm just bantering back and forth with a friend, and sometimes I forget where I really do hope to finish off MLP Season 7 at least before this year is done. So, I can feel free to... This time I'm actually gonna get my act together for Season 8. I'm gonna try to be more caught up. Like, I'm actually gonna try to spend a good portion of the week that episode came out working on the script, at least before the next week comes out. So I'll be good and, in shape for the next episode. So yeah, I'll do better in 2018. I'll do better in Season 8. So many 8s. The 8 trilogy. What else was I gonna touch upon? From what I remember, the previous update I did, I'm not talking about the one in 2016 I mentioned in the beginning of the video. No, just the very previous one I did this year in 2017 after I took that long break after I graduated, where you saw my OC kind of drawn traditionally and sitting on a sofa. I understand there were some comments saying, "Oh, no more facial reactions." Oh, come on, that's what makes really good reaction videos. And there are people saying, "Okay, I'll try to accept the change, but I'm gonna miss it." I understand. I understand that was really just a minute and a half video. I really didn't go into in-depth detail of why I wanted to change. And I kind of feel kind of guilty about that. I know that you, as my loyal fans, deserved an explanation. So, I guess now is a better time than any. Look, ever since I've been becoming more of a furry, and because I've been getting the idea that fantasy is better than life, I've really wanted a complete identity change. That's why I no longer call myself by my real name. I just call myself by my Pony OC's name, Frost Cloud. And whenever I think of myself, I don't know, just close to a human, I just think of myself as an anthropomorphic husky. And a black and white one, those are my favorite types. And, yeah, just... If I were to go back to facial reactions, I mean, it would be nice it'd be cool if you guys enjoyed it again, but I'd just be uncomfortable. And, can you really blame me? Would you wanna keep on running a reaction channel if, sticking to the old way you did things made you uncomfortable? No, I mean, doing YouTube, managing a YouTube channel that you love and that you're passionate about should be about feeling comfortable. Should be about, being in your own groove. Should be about being you. And it shouldn't make you uncomfortable. It shouldn't make you stressful. It shouldn't make you feel like you're at school or work. Your YouTube channel should be something that you enjoy doing. And, just like art or, I don't know, writing or whatever you're into. It shouldn't make you feel sad. So that's really the reason. In terms of the type of furry I am, again, I've said it about a minute ago. I very much prefer fantasy over life because I've told you my whole backstory and everything. Me being a kid of divorce. My parents getting divorced and everything, and me being depressed for quite a long time. Me believing it was my fault at first, which it very well might, because you never know what parents are truly thinking. That's one thing I kind of don't really like about parents these days. It always feels like all because you're the young one, you're always kept at a disadvantage of not knowing what your parents are actually thinking about you, or what they're doing. I know they deserve their privacy every now and then, but lately I've just been feeling that's really not really the case. But anyway, I've told you my story before, and about that, I feel a little unsatisfied with how I did that video, because as you could probably tell in that video, I literally just got back from the graduation ceremony. I was tired because I woke up early in the morning to get, my ridiculous-looking grad gown on, just to get the whole thing over with, and I was back, and you could tell, my eyelids were kind of half shut. I was stuttering a lot more than usual. I was suffering a lot more anxiety in that video, which I'm trying to power over. I'm a bit like Fluttershy in that range. I do suffer from a little bit of anxiety when it comes to me explaining things that I've never explained before, or when it came to the first time of me going to BronyCon. I've told you before, when I was at BronyCon, I was so nervous. Like, oh no, how am I gonna film things? and And obviously, the way I'm gonna try to film my adventure at BronyCon in 2018, I'm gonna try to do the day 1, day 2, and day 3 thing like every others do, because it was hard for me to figure out how to get Wi-Fi, but hopefully this time I'll do better. I'll do better. 2018 is gonna be the year of me trying to do better, but not trying to be flawless. Just trying to be me. But what was I talking about? Back to the whole, I'm comfortable with my face and everything. You've heard my backstory, and to be more specific, I was also saying, I'm not really satisfied with how I did that video, and I plan to maybe tell my backstory in a scripted video, so it's more of story form. I don't know if people would really like that, but I shouldn't be so worried about what you guys like, because I should be doing what I want to do. It's my channel. I'll probably be doing a remastered script video about that, maybe in 2018. Or maybe during, I don't know about Christmas. Christmas should be a time about being happy. But it's also a time about being open and acceptance and everything. But anyway, so if people don't like that change, again, I'm not forcing you to stay, and again, try putting yourself in my shoes. Like, if I were to do facial reactions again, would you really think I'm comfortable doing that anymore? Being the more, the more furry and the more, brony I am. And literally it's gone to the extent where, the way I look at love is literally so fractured, and I'm actually not ashamed of that I actually despise human porn. Like, I never go to Pornhub, or I never go to any of that. The only things I'm into is just Clop and YIF, and that's it. I'm just trying to get back on track of what I was gonna say. But yeah, that's literally how out of touch I am with humanity now, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's just the way I've changed, and I expect you as my fans to, just, accept the fact that I've changed that way. And it's not like I'm ending my channel. No, I'm still going. I'm just different. But, you can still hear my unattractive yet okay voice. I mean, when you picture that voice in my husky OC, I mean, it's not that bad, right? Like, still kind of sexy, still kind of hot. I think I just went through a cloud of my self-esteem issues for a second. Anyway, but yeah, so I was, I'm going all over the place, but that's what a venting video is. Where was I? I'm not trying to write a song here. It's okay. I'm not trying to write a song. I'm not trying to write a stutter song. Should I really go on the self Q&A part? I mean, I just made a bunch of theories as to why my kind of viewership has gone down lately. Could it be because of the lack of YTP reactions? Because I know a huge portion of my fan base is into YTPs, which I'm still glad for. I'm not going to stop doing YTPs. YTPs are something that I'm very passionate about. And I just recently did my reaction to Deliver Us by the new Fawful Adventures. And yeah, there were like 2 dislikes on that video, which is quite abnormal for a YTP reaction. Again, I'm not hurt by it. I'm just wondering. That's abnormal. I mean, obviously for my video titled "I Quit," I'm leaving the SML fandom, I expected a lot of dislikes on that video. There's over 200 dislikes on that video. But do I care? Of course fucking not, because, I was retiring no matter what, and I didn't care what the fanboys thought of me, like, whether they rejected my opinions, and, and I'm grateful for the other side, the other 200 people who actually liked my opinion. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. I just made an opinion, and I didn't care how people were going to respond to it. And if people just happen to respond positively to it, then cool, bro. Thanks. I'm not going to be all like, oh yeah, my opinion is the best in the world. I'm the most superior human being. I'm the most superior person on YouTube. I really don't even like to even mention the word human any... Am I actually getting sick? Yeah, I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. It's just all a matter of, oh, okay, you like my opinion as well? Okay, thanks. And if it's a fanboy, then I either ignore them or just reply in a funny fashion. Like, I either call out their horrible grammar. I literally reply to them typing the way they would. For example, this is just a generic comment that just comes up in my head for an example. For example, when they say, ooh, like, letter U, they don't even spell U with Y-O-U, it's just the letter U. Like, ooh, suck. Why do ooh hate Jeffy? Why don't you go number 2 hell? And then I actually replied to them typing like that. Like, typing numbers versus words. It's just... I mean, I could be angry about this, but I can't help but just laugh about it right now. Why do they think they look cool? They look stupid. But anyway, it's just a horrible grammar like that. But again, going back to my YTP reaction, my most recent one, it just doesn't really make sense. Is it either the SML fans just not giving up and, spamming my later videos with dislikes, or is it that people can't accept that I've changed in format? And, even my YTP reactions are going to be like that. Again, I mean, if you don't like this change, then I'm not going to tell you to rudely go away, but I mean, if you don't like it, then you don't have to stay. I'm not asking you to stay. Like, this is not a cult where you're, surrounded in chain link fences and you're forced to stay and worship, the customs of the cult. This is nothing like that, This is just my channel is basically a nightclub where with a simple enter and an exit. That's the best way I can describe it. Because I call it a club now because of how ballsy I become, and how not shy I become. Like, literally in the last video, I actually said masturbate on video, and I wasn't guilty of it. And yeah, that's how not afraid I become, especially behind my new OC. Like, that's one positive thing I pointed out about this whole new change. If I were to be showing my face in that video, I would not have even come close to saying that word on camera. But now that I'm, in a, fantasized body that I'm more comfortable in, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I please. And I see that as good. Like, I see that, as a way of, breaking out of my shell of shyness. And I haven't completely come out of there yet. There's still some things where, where I try to talk about it. There's sometimes where I actually kind of hesitate a little bit and I stutter, and sometimes I bail from it or go completely quiet. But I've been getting better. Just like Fluttershy breaking out of her shell, I've been breaking out of my shell as well. So what should I go on to now? I guess really the next thing I should talk about is the self Q&A. I'm actually seeing very little point to do the self Q&A, but I guess my first question is, like, do you understand, guys? Like, do you understand, why I've undergone with this change? I'm different now. I'm not really the happy human I used to be. I'm a furry and I'm a brony now, and all I just wanted was just a new setup, a new ID, and yeah, I mean, would you really want to, run a channel where you feel uncomfortable with what you're doing? And I guess the question is, I guess this is just a desperate attempt to reach out to those who find my videos flawed. Well, again, I look at self Q&As, these self Q&As I do every now and then, as a way of getting constructive criticism. what's with the dislikes, guys? What's with the decrease in views? I mean, I don't think I should ask what's with the decrease in views, because if nobody viewed it, then I have nobody to ask. It's like I'm talking to a room full of ghosts. Uh, but again, what's with the dislikes? Like, if I'm just saying hypothetically, if the dislikes are not the SML fans going to the next level and spamming my newer videos with dislikes, and if it's actually my legit fans disliking my videos because I actually have legit criticisms, then I reach out to you then. My question is, okay, what do you find wrong with it? Am I still a little stuttery? Is my voice not energetic enough? Am I not energetic enough? I can't come up with the other word. I don't know, professional? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just asking you, like, what things do you find flawed about my videos? And again, I expect you all to accept my change, but at the same time, I'm just wondering what's with, the unusual dislikes, other than the fact that it could be the SML fanboys. But I'm just asking, what do you find wrong with my videos? Just, put it in the comments, just telling me what you find is wrong, and I'll think about it. I'll think about working on it. Was there anything else? I don't know. Really, the only questions I had for the self Q&A were really regarding my channel, because I've been really confused. Like, I've not only been just a little bit demotivated, I'm not demotivated up to a point where I'm, like, stopping my channel. I'm still going. I still love my channel. But I'm just curious. So I thought I'd just ask. I think that's it. What is this video up to 36 minutes long? I was expecting this video to be long. I was actually anticipating that this video was going to be near 50 minutes long, because I wanted to make this a really long, final update video before I went to go see the movies. I don't know why. Whenever I mention it, just knowing how far we've come, like, not only how far I've come, but how far we've come as the fandom. Like, even before this movie, a lot of great things have happened in this fandom. Animations like Lullaby for a Princess or The Moon Rises. There's been a lot of help, charities and everything. The whole situation with Michael Morones. There's just been so many things, so many, bad things, sometimes disappointing things, and a lot of good things. And now here we are, what we've been waiting for, the 2017 movie. I absolutely cannot wait. And I'm obviously going to be, be looking a little presentable tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be there. Like, not only is it going to be little girls, but is there also going to be bronies and Pegasisters? Like, I'm obviously going to be wearing, the pony shirt, and I'm actually wearing my Twilight shirt right now. I think I'm actually going to be wearing this one because it's actually my most favorite MLP-related shirt. I don't know if anybody will realize it. Pretty much they'll be buying popcorn and everything. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be other bronies there, and hopefully maybe it's going to be somewhat like BronyCon, and maybe they'll realize me, or maybe I'll see them, and we'll be like, hey, bro huff, like we'll be bro huffing each other as we're waiting to go in. But basically, I wanted to make this long video before the special day tomorrow, because I basically see this video kind of like a scenario where, in any war movie where soldiers are about to parachute out of a one of those quadruple bladed cargo planes, the sergeant within the plane is like, it was good knowing you guys. Good luck down there, before they parachute. This video is kind of, in a way, kind of like that. It's me saying my final ramblings before the special day, like before we all parachute to the movie. Okay, I'll stop. But it's kind of like that. I just wanted to say some final long words before, the special day. This is it. The special day, the movie comes tomorrow. But anyway, I'll stop now because I'm actually out of things, because I've actually covered everything I've wanted to cover. So, yeah, to anyone who stayed this long, thank you. And this is something I actually wanted to mention at the beginning of the video. Whenever you're watching an update video like this one, of course it's just audio, so you can just open up another tab and just be doing something else while you're just listening to me just talk in your eardrums, you know, through your headphones, because you don't really have to watch the screen, because the screen is literally just my OC kind of just slouching on a Twilight pedal, looking a little demotivated, because that was my intention. I wanted to kind of paint my OC looking a little demotivated, but at the same time kind of tired from, you know, being stressed out, you know, about catching up with MLP Season 7. That's how I wanted to draw it, but okay, not to stretch this into 40 minutes long. To everybody who stayed this long, I can tell you're the loyal fans, so thank you for staying. And again, please comment below, like, you know, what do you find, you know, wrong? Like, what are the flaws? You know, just let me know, because I would really like some constructive criticism right now, because I just feel a little lonely, demotivated, and I just feel like, you know, I'm going without answers here. So, yeah, it's officially the 40-minute mark, so I'll end this. So, looking forward to tomorrow, and yeah, I have nothing else to say, so thank you for sticking with me for this long, you know, for how long my channel's existed. Thank you for staying this long in the video, and until my Afterthoughts movie tomorrow, I will see you later. Take care, and good night, everyone. Brohuff.